Hey there. Welcome to another sample of Letters of Love. So, this one that we're recording was published back in May 2026. And again, just a reminder, if you're part of the subscription, you've seen this letter. And if you're not part of the subscription, this letter is now in the archives. So, we're not giving away anything from the subscribers, but we also want to give examples for you to understand what you'd be getting in a letter of love. So, in the monthly subscription, you get a letter from me and a photo from Madison, and we work together to come up with these messages and the matching visual that kind of amplifies the message. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to read the May letter, and then we'll share our screen and show you the picture that Maddie not only selected, but took herself to accompany this letter. So this particular letter, the theme was when in doubt, apply love. In the book, A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson, a beautiful author and teacher on the book A Course in Miracles, she shares the idea that fear, when it comes up, is a call for love. As I read the words, I paused on the words, and it felt like time stopped. Sitting and staring at these words, it was like the thought was reaching me for the first time. The concept of fear being the opposite of love is something I've always known and embraced. It's even part of the welcome letter to this program. And yet I've been missing a key part of the connection. It's an obvious one, and it was staring me in the face the whole time. When something is the opposite, it can also be the ointment or the treatment. The idea of applying love to any situation, to any thought, to whatever was in front of me that was triggering fear, and the most calming wave washed over me. The next day, I began catching self-defeating thoughts or just general negative thinking and then challenging it with love. Why am I saying these things that are so hurtful to myself? The thing that I'm afraid of isn't even here yet, and I'm causing myself pain through the thoughts about this fear. So I gave it a try, and I applied love. The change was immediate, and the feeling inside my heart and my mind was absolutely incredible. Love. It's always there for us to access. We're not separate from it. We're a part of it. It's an invisible energy that connects all of us. It never leaves us. It's always there waiting for us. And whenever we want to turn to it, we can. So the next time a fear comes up, a worry tries to turn up the volume, or anxiety arrives trying to take you away from where you want to be or who you want to be, apply love. And you are the most important starting point. Remember, you are love and you deserve love. So when in doubt, apply love. And then the picture that went with this was this beautiful image. Maddie, you want to give them a little highlight on why this was picked?
Yeah, I really enjoy taking photos of nature. I think that's been kind of the main imagery that's popped up and so far in Letters of Love. But I really love the idea of the terms like weeds versus wildflowers and how our human perception changes what we deem good or bad. Because before we ever were here or doing anything, these plants were just plants. They weren't weeds. They weren't something negative. They were just something that existed. And when we decided to be a part of their environment, we changed what they were called. So when I, was reviewing Brandon's letter, it really made me think of this specific image where I just saw this one lone dandelion pop up amongst like a field of grass. And it just made me think, when you're like a child, you pick these up and you think, oh, it's just a beautiful flower. And then you're taught as you get older to, change your perspective and say, oh, that's a weed. We have to get rid of that. It's bad for my garden and my environment. And I just wanted to, kind of maybe trigger that memory in some people where that childlike wonder when you saw those little yellow flowers and you thought, oh, this is just the most beautiful flower in the world. I'm going to bring this home to my mom. So yeah, that I think that when I read the letter, it really made me just think of this whole, idea and this image. And I just thought maybe other people might resonate to it as well. And hopefully, it kind of can just embody the same idea of the message that Fran wrote.
I love that, Maddie. And it's so true, right? Because that's what applying love is all about. So if fear is triggering you, you're seeing things one way, right? We're seeing the weed. You apply love, all of a sudden you see the beauty.
Yeah.
And I loved the marriage. I also, you know me too, that I love the tie-ins to nature. So this was just a really perfect one. So guys, this is what we do each month, and you would get this letter, and that you would have gotten this letter and this image in the mail. And we do it in the mail because we want something that disconnects us from our digital devices. We want to feel something tangible. We want to share something tangible. I want you to feel our energy when you open that envelope and feel that love coming through, and just spend those few minutes to read the letter and look at the picture just with you and love for yourself. And for that, those few moments, just have that time in love. So if you want to sign up for a subscription, check out the link in the post or in the bio. Go to our website. Watch for our gift item that'll be coming out soon. You'll be able to gift people multi-month subscriptions to the Letters of Love. So it could be like 3, 6, or 9. So if you know someone who's celebrating something or going through a challenging time in this life, whichever way, or any different color in between, we just want to remind them that they are loved. We're going to have that at the ready. So keep tuned for more. But this was another example of Letters of Love.